On the broadcast tonight, Shippensburg remembers those lost 20 years ago on September 11th.
And we take a closer look at some of the best places to eat in town.
All of that and more right now on SUTV News.
Thanks for joining us on SUTV News. I'm Cullen Mays.
And I'm Adam Beam. This past Saturday, the entire nation paused and remembered as this year marked the 20th anniversary of the 9/11 terrorist attacks that cost the lives of nearly 3,000 people. All across the country, events and memorials were held to remember those we lost. On the eve of the day, President Biden released a video message reflecting on the events of September 11th, 20 years ago.
And so on this day, Jill and I hold you close in our hearts and send you our love. There are people around the world that you'll never know who are suffering through their own losses, who see you, your courage. Your courage gives them courage that they too can get up and keep going.
Biden would then make appearances at each of the 3 attack locations: Ground Zero in New York, the Pentagon in Washington, D.C., and the crash site of Flight 93 in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. Alongside President Biden were 3 of the former First families. The Clintons, Obamas, and the Bushes all appeared to give their condolences. Naturally, it was former President Bush who had the most to say, seeing how the events of September 11th and its aftermath are what ultimately defined his presidency.
In the weeks and months following the 9/11 attacks, I was proud to lead an amazing, resilient, united people. When it comes to the unity of America, those days seem distant from our own.
And of course, as a yearly tradition, we here at Shippensburg also commemorated the anniversary with a ceremony outside of the Ezra Lehman Library, a location which holds significance as 20 years ago on the day of September 11th was a candlelight vigil held in honor of those we had lost. The event had multiple speakers from ROTC as well as interim President Charles Patterson.
Thank you also to our student veterans of America and our ROTC for putting together this important commemoration each year, but especially this year as we commemorate the 20th anniversary of this important moment in our nation's history.
We here at SUTV continue to send our condolences to all the families and people affected by the events of the day, a day that we truly will never forget. Well, the polls are open and the race is on to find the next Shippensburg royalty. Voting for this year's homecoming court is now open for all students, and all you have to do is choose 2 candidates from the 21 juniors and seniors on this year's ballot. If you're unsure who the candidates are, check your email, and once you find the link, you'll be redirected to a form with each candidate's bio and reason why they should be on this year's court. Once you have your picks, just click submit and you're all set to go. From there, the top 10 candidates will be selected. They'll have time to go through fundraising, complete community service hours, and their interviews. And once then, the top 2 scoring candidates will be selected as this year's winners. Voting will end tomorrow, Friday, September 17th at 1 p.m. And the winners from then will be crowned on October 23rd during halftime at the home football game against Millersville.
The annual Quilt to Cover Us All event is back, and the Office of Multicultural Student Affairs wants to make sure everybody is covered. The student group, Ask, Communicate, Teach Tolerance, will be hosting this year's event. The quilt is a way for the Shippensburg community to express themselves and feel connected through both similarities and differences. Your design will be done on a 25 by 25 inch fabric panel, and participants can use pictures and words that are unique to them. The materials can be acquired in Gilbert Hall starting September 21st or purchased from your local superstore. All panels are due September 24th by 4:30 in Gilbert Hall 100. For more information, please contact the Office of Multicultural Student Affairs at msa@ship.edu. It is with great pleasure to announce that Shippensburg University has once again been ranked 27th in the 2022 Best Colleges Report. The U.S. News and World Report rankings are determined through surveys and other reliable third-party sources. Scores are calculated by a variety of different factors, including student standardized test scores, class size, faculty with highest degree in their field, and student-to-faculty ratios. It should be noted that the COVID-19 pandemic had no impact on the data schools submitted, as it was derived from fall 2019 and earlier. To learn more, visit news.ship.edu.
When we come back, we have more on the resources to keep your mental health in check on campus.
We have more right after this. Unique artwork has come to downtown Shippensburg. The Shape Gallery is having an art exhibit for the month of September. This exhibit is composed of artwork done by Shippensburg University students. The theme for this month is woven. All artwork is done with native agriculture such as willow, reeds, and grasses. The exhibit is open Wednesday through Friday from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. and Saturday 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. The last day to visit is September 25th. Are you in the zone? A cure is here for your COVID-19 boredom as Shippensburg University promotes one of their best-kept secrets, the Red Zone. Tucked inside the CDA Union building lies the exciting hangout spot that truly has it all. The Red Zone, located directly across from the campus bookstore, was created in 2013 by Dr. John E. Hubley. The Red Zone contains dozens of board games, pool tables, foosball, indoor basketball hoops, chess tables, air hockey, and ping pong tables. The Red Zone also includes the Game Zone, an additional entertainment space containing numerous computers as well as access to video games. Special events are held at the Red Zone throughout the semester, such as escape rooms, laser tag, bingo, tournaments, football watch parties, and more. The Red Zone is open from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Sunday, Monday, and Thursday, and 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday.
For most students, this semester will either be their first time ever on campus or their first time on campus in nearly 2 years. And returning to in-person classes has proven to be quite the adjustment for many. Thankfully, the Counseling Center provides students a safe and confidential space to help with their mental health and well-being. Located in the Wellness Center behind Noggle Hall, the Counseling Center offers all students 3 different types of counseling: individual, group, and couples. And these are offered, though couples counseling is only available if both individuals are SHIP students. If you are interested in setting up an appointment with the Counseling Center, all you have to do is call the Counseling Center at 717-477-1481 or fill out the survey on the SHIP website. However, as of September 9th, the wait time for receiving your first appointment is approximately 2 weeks. If you are in need of an emergency mental health services, the Counseling Center strongly encourages contacting SUPD at 717-477-1444. Tired of waiting in those long lines for on-campus dining and looking to try something different? Well, never fear, as right in town you have plenty of options to calm your appetite. While walking through town, one of the first places to find along your way is University Grill. While on the pricier side of things, University Grill offers a wide array of food options, hot or cold, as well as offering some of the best wings in town. Speaking of wings, if you're looking for a good old sports bar feel, head on over to Aruga's. This may be a chain restaurant, but Aruga still has its own unique charm, with the standout being its wide selection of sauces, including the Ghostface Killer Sauce, which label themselves as the hottest wings in PA. You can also check out CJ's and the newly introduced Appalachian Brewing Company. Both will offer you some of the best pub and grill style food around. If you're one of the folks looking for a little taste of Italy, Shippensburg won't leave you disappointed. You can head down to locations like Pizza House, Brothers, Big Richard's, and my personal favorite, Pizza Man, the latter of which is located right off campus and has a stromboli to die for. Redemption Barbecue is a location quite familiar here on SUTV, and if you want a pulled pork sandwich that will just melt in your mouth, you won't want to miss out on this one. If you're not quite full and want to finish off the night with some desserts, then head down to the Art of Pie, a new location that offers plenty of made in-house baked goods and sweets in a nice quiet little offering. If you're wondering where to find these locations, their hours of operations, and if they deliver, that information can be found on each location's individual website.
When we come back in world news, Mexico celebrates its independence.
We have more after this break.
China is recovering after a 6.0 magnitude earthquake struck late yesterday.
SUTV Stefan Gergishanov has this week's world news.
At least 3 people have died and 60 others have been injured in a 6.0 magnitude earthquake that struck Lujian County of Luzhou City in China's southwestern Sichuan province this morning. The earthquake occurred at 4:33 a.m. local time at a depth of 10 kilometers, according to China Earthquake Network Center. The epicenter was 38 kilometers away from Luzhou City, which has a population of 4.3 million, and 196 kilometers away from Chengdu City, which has a population of 16.33 million people. Nearly 7,000 people were evacuated, and nearly 3,000 people have been mobilized for rescue, according to reports. The leader of ISIS's Greater Sahara affiliate was killed in a targeted attack by France in mid-August. French President Emmanuel Macron made the announcement on Twitter early today, saying, quote, Adnan Abu Walid al-Sahraoui was neutralized by French forces, end quote. During a press conference, the French Minister of Armed Forces, Florence Parly, explained that al-Sahraoui succumbed to his wounds suffered in the strike on a motorbike carrying 2 people during a French-led air and ground operation in Mali. Parly said that al-Sahraoui was a historical figure of jihad, and his death strikes a decisive blow to ISIS in the Sahel. Parly added that the delay in announcing his death was due to the French efforts to confirm his identity. For the first time in nearly 3 decades, Japan's military is holding large-scale nationwide military drills. More than 100,000 personnel and 120 aircraft are involved. They will last until late November. Mexico marked the 211th anniversary of its Independence Day in the early hours of Thursday morning. The traditional Grito de Independencia, or Shout for Independence, took place in the Plaza del Zocalo of Mexico City. Once again, the massive Central Plaza was empty due to COVID-19 restrictions. For the second year in a row, Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador gave the traditional shout acknowledging the Mexican heroes credited with launching the fight for independence 211 years ago. Ringing the bell and waving the Mexican flag, López Obrador and the First Lady heralded in another year in the history of the nation. That's it for SUTV World News. I'm Stefan Gergishanov. Now back to Adam and Cullen at the desk.
When we come back in entertainment, we recap the MTV Video Music Awards.
We have more after the break.
You know, Cullen, I am really starting to pray for that fall weather. This heat's been killing me.
Yeah, the humidity outside has definitely been feeling like summer rather than fall.
Yeah, I'm really starting to get sick of it. But to tell us more about the humidity, let's send it over to Jada Lee, who has this week's weather.
The weather warmed up this week, and it looks like cooler weather is still a long ways away. Tonight, some passing showers with a low of 68. Tomorrow, foggy in the morning with plenty of humidity. Cloudy throughout the day with a potential shower, high of 79. Looking ahead, Saturday and Sunday, both are in the low 80s with the humidity moving out. Early next week, temps fall a little with high in the 70s Monday through Wednesday. Clouds build in on Wednesday with a potential shower. Late next week, the sun returns and the temperatures hover around 80 degrees. While some days next week are looking a little gloomy, we still have some sunny days to look forward to. That's it for this week's weather. Let's send it over to Sarah with this week's entertainment.
Sleigh bells are ringing for Jeremy Renner and Haley Steinfeld as Marvel introduces another Disney Plus show. The new Hawkeye trailer was released Monday and shows what is happening in a post-blip New York. The show itself takes the former Avenger, Clint Barton, aka Hawkeye, on a seemingly simple mission to get back to his family for Christmas. With the help from a 22-year-old archer by the name of Kate Bishop, the two are forced to work together when a presence from Barton's past threatens to derail far more than the festive spirit. Hawkeye is aiming to hit the streaming platform on November 24th. The biggest night for the fashion world has finally come back. This past Monday, A-list celebrities, models, and the world's biggest designers took the steps of the Metropolitan Museum of Art for the Met Gala fundraising benefit. The event usually takes place annually on the first Monday of May, but was not able to be held last year due to COVID-19. Instead, they have decided to have it held in 2 parts. Part 1 was held on Monday with the theme In America, a Lexicon of Fashion. Some guests brought out all the stops, including Kendall Jenner, Billie Eilish, and Storm Reid, by paying homage to old Hollywood, while others just missed the mark as Frank Ocean, Kim Petras, and Kim Kardashian. With most guests coming to show off what their designers made for them, others took the steps to take a political stand. Cara Delevingne took to the carpet wearing a top that said "Peg the Patriarchy," designed by Christian Dior. While another guest, Quina Chasing Horse, a 19-year-old First Nation Native American from Alaska, took the steps wearing Peter Dundas and Navajo tribe jewelry to break stereotypes and show the world that natives are still here. For those that missed this year's Met Gala or did not show up or show out on the carpet, Part 2 of the Met Gala will take place on May 5th of 2022 with the theme In America, an Anthology of Fashion. This Sunday is one of television's biggest nights as it marks the 73rd Annual Emmy Awards. SUTV's Adam Beam gives us a preview of the nominees as well as some of the winners already announced.
The 73rd Annual Emmys are upon us, and that means all eyes are on this year's nominees. Starting off in the major acting categories, Actor in a Comedy Series is a steep category with nominees like Kenan Thompson and Michael Douglas, but the award will most likely go to Jason Sudeikis and his performance in Ted Lasso. And Jean Smart from HBO's Hacks is the standout choice for lead actress in a comedy. For actor and actress in a drama series, The Crown is the frontrunner to bring home both awards, with actors Emma Corrin and Josh O'Connor garnering endless praise for their roles as Prince Charles and Princess Diana, respectively. However, other polls have shown that Billy Porter is the favorite to win for his role in FX's Pose. For lead actor and actress in the limited series categories, the competition only gets tougher. While many would like to see the WandaVision duos of Paul Bettany and Elizabeth Olsen win their respective categories, signs are pointing more towards Lin-Manuel Miranda for Hamilton and Kate Winslet for Mayor of Easttown. In supporting categories, the late Michael K. Williams could win a posthumous award for his role in Lovecraft Country, and Gillian Anderson is likely to continue her award season hot streak for her role as Margaret Thatcher in The Crown. Finally, when looking at the drama, comedy, and limited series categories overall, the three shows likely to take home the big awards are Ted Lasso for comedy, The Crown for drama, and limited series could come down to either The Mayor of Easttown or WandaVision. However, we'll just have to wait and see who are the big winners, and you can find out this Sunday night at 8 p.m. only on CBS. For SUTV Entertainment, I'm Adam Beam.
And in case you missed it, some awards have already announced their winners in the creative arts categories, including WandaVision, The Mandalorian, The Queen's Gambit, Saturday Night Live, and Bo Burnham's Inside, just to name a few. On SNL, he brought the laughs as Burt Reynolds and as one of the most iconic anchors to sit behind the Weekend Update desk. But following a lengthy battle with cancer, beloved comedian Norm Macdonald has passed away at the age of 61. MacDonald was diagnosed nearly 10 years ago. However, as a statement from longtime friend and producing partner Laurie Jo Hoekstra, quote, he was most proud of his comedy. He never wanted the diagnosis to affect the way the audience or any of his loved ones saw him, end quote. MacDonald was a regular player on SNL from 1993 to 1998 and served as a desk anchor for Weekend Update until he was fired from the position for reportedly making too many O.J. Simpson jokes. MacDonald is mourned by the comedy world as his alternate way of doing things made him one of the most unique voices out there. Longtime friend of MacDonald's, Adam Sandler, had this to say on his passing, quote, every one of us loved Norm, most fearless, funny, original guy we knew, an incredible dad, a great friend, a legend. Love you, pal, end quote. We here at SUTV send our condolences to MacDonald's family and friends through this sudden and difficult time. Exciting news for Dexter fans as the show is making its comeback. The program originally aired between 2006 and 2013 and followed the life of Dexter Morgan, played by Michael C. Hall, a blood pattern analyst for the Miami Police Department with a double life. While investigating murders, Dexter hunts and kills the murderers that have escaped the justice system. The show is set to pick up 10 years after Dexter went missing in the eye of Hurricane Laura, and see the beloved character now living a world away under a new name. The revival Dexter New Blood will have some familiar faces, including Michael C. Hall and Jennifer Carpenter, who plays as Deb Morgan, aka Dexter's sister. Season 9 will have 10 episodes and will air on Showtime Sunday, November 7th at 9 p.m. That's it for this week's entertainment. I'm Sarah Cox. Let's send it back to Adam and Cullen at the desk.
When we come back in sports, women's soccer looks for their second win of the season.
We have more after this.
Women's soccer waited more than 3 hours due to storms yesterday before taking on Bloomsburg. The Raiders came away with the win 1-0 over the Huskies after sophomore Maddie Stichter found the back of the net with less than 10 minutes remaining. Keeper Kendra Barlow recorded her second shutout of the season with 4 saves. The Raiders, now 2-2-1 on the season, travel to Millersville on Saturday for the 4:30 start. The men's soccer team clashed with Bloomsburg University earlier today after the game was postponed due to inclement weather. The Raiders had a slow outing, only being able to get 2 shots out of 7 on goal. Ship was held scoreless through regulation as the Huskies were able to score 3 times on 7 shots. Shippensburg would lose 3-0, and they traveled to Millersville on Saturday. The Raiders football team looked to continue their strong start on the season on Saturday against Edinburgh. SUTV's Jack Ainsley has the highlights.
On Saturday, the Shippensburg football team traveled to Edinburgh to face the Fighting Scots. The Raiders are coming off a 25-17 win against West Virginia State a week ago to start their season. Raiders offense will get into a groove early on second down. Messina play action finds Sheehan in the end zone to give the Raiders an early 6-0 lead. Raiders tried a little trick play on their second offensive drive. Messina handoff to Williams, who rattles it to another receiver who finds Messina upfield for the big gain into Edinburgh territory. After the trick play, Messina finds Kyle Evans in the end zone for the 5-yard touchdown, and the Raiders extend their lead to 13-0. On the next Raider offensive drive, Messina dumps a pass off to Williams, who is clobbered and loses the ball. Edinburgh defense is able to get to it and brings it into Shippensburg territory. Later in the half, Messina hands off to Bill Williams, who has a huge hole to run all the way for the touchdown, and the Raiders extend their lead 20-6. In the second half, Messina hands off to Bill Williams, who runs in for his second touchdown of the day. Raiders would go on to beat Edinburgh 30-9. For SUTV Sports, I'm Jack Ainsley.
Football will travel to Clarion this weekend to face the Golden Eagles. Kickoff is at 1 o'clock. After defeating Westchester on Saturday, the field hockey team turned their attention to Belmont Abbey. As the new #1 team in the nation, the Raiders looked to show their dominance on Wednesday. The first half was slow, with the only goal coming from 4 minutes in from Yasmin Petrantonio. The second half would have a drastic change of pace, with Petrantonio scoring 4 more goals. Reigning Defensive Athlete of the Week, Lindsay Trapoto, was credited with the shutout win without facing a single shot. Petrantonio's 5-goal game put her at 79 career goals, 1 short of the school record set by Christina Taylor. Field hockey takes on Limestone University Saturday at Frostburg State. That's all for sports this week. Be sure to check out our new sports show, SUTV Overtime, on SUTV's YouTube. Now back to Adam and Cullen at the desk.
When we come back, Shippensburg men's soccer team is making an impact for a 12-year-old boy.
Stay tuned. The Shippensburg University men's soccer team has announced the signing of a new member, 12-year-old Chase Andrews. The announcement took place on Friday at a press conference at David C. Field. Chase has been partnered with the university since 2020, but has had limited interactions due to COVID. He was diagnosed with Duchenne muscular dystrophy at age 9 and has been battling the disease ever since. Chase already has a strong relationship with the team, being a great support and growing close to team leadership. He looks forward to spending more time with the entire team during the 2021 season. For more information on Chase's experience, visit his Facebook page, Chasing the Dream. You know, Adam, I definitely got to check out that Facebook page. That's such an inspiring story.
It truly is, and I just can't wait to see him kick a couple goals, and then hopefully he'll be able to kick this disease as well.
I hope so too.
But that's it for SUTV News. I'm Adam Beam.
And I'm Cullen Mays. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at SUTV News, and check out our website, sutvnews.org.
We'll see you next week, but for now, good night.